bet. Good afternoon. Exciting day for a lot of reasons. Obviously, prep continues for our guys getting ready for this weekend, and then of course signing day. So a lot happening, and a good day to be up here in the office. But just a couple things before I know you guys will have some questions on probably guys individually and things like that. I just want to thank you guys first of all for all your coverage of the season. I know we got more season ahead of us, but season and obviously the coverage of everything regarding our program, including these guys that we're going to talk about. You guys probably know just as much as I do about them. I get to see these guys and talk to them every single week, all the time. So thank our staff, especially Courtney Morgan, general manager, just the work he puts in, not just himself, but organizing just our process, organizing how we go about our evaluation, how we continue to just keep methodical touch points, whether it's getting them here to campus or just our phone conversations, FaceTimes, the different times of the year from junior days in January to spring recruiting, which is huge for us, getting these guys here on campus with their families. This summer, of course, is really when we kind of lock a lot of the commitments in, and that was the case again this year. And then the continued just growth of the relationship and how his vision for that piece and all of it coming together really helps us be rock solid when we get to this point where maybe there's some schools that trying to come in last minute on guys and so forth. And, I'm just really proud of this group again, just like last year, rock solid, when it comes to, and maybe not just this week, but throughout the fall, and people really seeing what these guys can do on the football field. And, just these guys sticking to their commitment, and can't wait to have these guys here, most of them on campus here real soon, going to work. And, you can see right now with what our 25 class did and how impactful they are to our season that we have right now. I know there'll be a lot of impactful players that will help us next year very quickly. So I'm very confident in that. But I want to thank our staff too. And, beyond Courtney Morgan, there's a whole recruiting staff and Bob Welton and everyone there. But then our coaching staff, who does a great job of working alongside recruiting staff to really dial in. And, we're doing that to an extreme level already with the 27s. As we finish this class, we're really working hard on the 27s and getting dialed in on that because the process continues on. And I think the deep relationships that our coaching staff continue to form with coaches, especially in this area, having, I believe, 14 of the 20 that we're going to talk about here, 14 of the 20 from this part of the country, the Southeast area, kind of in our footprint. That's great to see. I know last year we talked a lot about there being more probably West Coast, and we'll continue to do that, and we'll be national when it comes to the recruiting and just our philosophy. But you can see the roots, and you can see the relationships really taking on the next level. And I think the trust that's building, and I think there's still even more that we're going to be able to take advantage of in the years ahead. But people trusting our staff and that it's genuine. And then I think the other piece is our players. When people come to campus and they see our players, official visits, practices in the spring, probably are the two things that jump out at me. The guys really, we talk about our culture being contagious, and the guys just really are attracted and are like, it's Alabama and the tradition and all that, but they really see something that they want to be a part of. And these guys that are coming into our program, I expect them, because of who they are, not just as a football player, but as who they are as people, the energy they bring, and love their families. I expect these guys to come in and continue to add to our culture, not just fit in and just be a part of it. They come in to add and make it even better than what it is now. And so, there's a lot of people that just go into this whole thing. You can talk about the academics and what they do for our team, but they're critical in trying to really share the vision of what, our time period is to get these guys graduated. What's our history of getting guys their degree? And, then you got the training staff, and they're not just taking care of our players. They're helping show, why why you want to come here, along with our strength staff and what that development looks like there. And so again, I can go on down the line to every area of our program. They all play an important role. And so again, 20 guys. I think there's a lot of length in this class. D-line, we're really looking for the length, the size. Want to continue to grow that area, get them in there with Dave Ballou in the strength program, and get some massive human beings in there. And so I love what we got, as far as coming in here with this group. I think that just there's an athleticism. I think it's across the board too, where we need to continue to always, in today's day and age of football, college football, you need to recruit something from every position. There's going to be movement, attrition at times. We don't have a huge senior class, 16. Last year we had 13 when it comes to scholarship guys. And so, I think the continuity will be good. I expect that. So it wasn't going to be a huge class for us, again, with just 20 guys. And so I really like where we're at. And it was kind of probably the goal was probably to be right in this window, 20, 21, maybe 22 tops. I think at one point we were even talking it might be as low as 17, when we're in the summer. But it's grown and it grew because we found a couple more guys that really fit who we are.
Just bringing in a couple of teammates in Xavier Griffin and Jermaine Matthews. What do you like about both those guys?
Oh, yeah. Xavier Griffin, first of all, both those guys on a team that's extremely successful, leaders on that team, playmakers. You can see the passion they both have. There's ties to Alabama with both of them, having gone there. X is a guy that's a flex guy. I mean, you really see him as like a Jihad Campbell, a linebacker, can fly, can run, has got some length, and he's going to put on some good weight, and can be versatile enough to go play, on the edge, and not have to necessarily sub in when you want to put him in spots to go get after the quarterback. And so we'll just, can't wait to have, our defensive staff get their hands on him and let him go to work. And so, and then, with just Marion, just what he does up front and what his size potential is going to be, just a really cool kid to be around. You can see that, again, you talk about adding to the culture, just the personality he brings is special. I love talking with him every single week when we get on the phone. Just, you can see, what he brings to that team now and how much he's enjoying it. He loves the game. And, we need guys like that can be in the middle there, kind of taking care of business and blowing up offensive lines.
Yeah, we just saw in Auburn a tall receiver do some big things for you guys. And I've seen you've had success with tall receivers before, Rome, as of that. How does Sedarian Ward fit what you guys want to do and have that position?
Yeah, tall and athletic. Sedarian's basketball guy, right? So he's got that athleticism. He track, right? I think 6'8" or close to that, 6'8" high jumper. So a big guy that can get up, and the different ways that he gets the ball in his hands in their offense it shows off what he can do, as an athlete. And so can't wait to, like you said, I mean, that's been, I don't have to have, I think you want to have a mix of guys, but he certainly fills that area as far as being a bigger, longer type guy that plays big. He plays bigger than even what he is from a catch radius standpoint. So really excited about him. He's passionate about this place. He and his entire family, just love Alabama, and excited to see what he's going to do. Fitting in the role there, the receiver.
I want to ask you about two more guys, specifically Xavier Crowell at running back and also Jet Tamal at quarterback.
And Jet, yeah. I think, first of all, with EJ Crowell, when he made the change to reclassify, it was immediate for us of what direction we wanted to go. And he's put together, just a short career there. I mean, he would have another year left. Just some unbelievable numbers, but some guys can put up numbers, and it's who they're playing and things like that. He makes plays, and he can break tackles in small areas. He can run you over. He's got the ability to make you miss, and then he ends up in the end zone. And so he's got that finishing speed too. And so as a big kid, I'm just really excited how he's going to come in, and it's really kind of amazing when you think that he should have another year, and then we're even thinking of him as being a guy that can kind of help us, just like a lot of these guys as freshmen, and a lot of, like I said, the 25 class are helping us right now. So, and then Jet, just a great evaluation by Nick Sheridan, finding Jet and going through, the entire country. When it comes to quarterbacks, we feel like we should be bringing in the best in the country, and finding Jet, and then of course there's ties with a few of us to the Midwest, and just really connected there with him and his family. And he then goes on to have kind of a summer that he was gaining even more and more attention nationally with the Elite 11, and then going through his season, which he just dominated. He and his team, obviously it takes everyone, but winning a state championship again, and in the fashion they did. I mean, he probably played half to not even 3/4 of every game, and to put up the stats he's put up, the leading passer ever in the history of Nebraska, yardage wise, touchdown wise. And then I just love who he is as a person. He's calm, cool, collected, but got this swagger about him. So I'm really looking forward to what he brings, as a quarterback.
Hey, why was it important for you guys to get 2 quarterbacks in this class?
Yeah, you just don't know what the future is, and you always wanted to have 5. I always felt like recruit 1 every year. You probably lose 1, you still got 4, worst case scenario. And I think that's obviously tougher and tougher. We had a great situation a year ago. This year we got 3 on scholarship. So, I just think that it was, and we found the right guys. And so between Jet and Tayden, I just love what they bring from an arm talent, winning mentality, just go-getters. It was important for us, and they both knew that each other was coming, and so we're very transparent with that, and I love that. I love that they're open to competition. Competing with the other guys that are in our program that are really good already, and then them, both of them coming in as freshmen in the same class. So, here at Alabama, you got to have guys that are going to compete. Yeah, you want them to be competitive, compete against your opponent, but they got to compete here internally as well. And so I love that about them.
Do you like where the early signing period falls in the calendar of things, or if it were up to you, where would you put it?
Yeah, like this week is crazy, but I think there is, I think getting the high school guys in earlier, like we are now. I think you can bring up a lot of reasons why I would be swayed one way or the other. I like it now much better than I did when it was in February, because a lot of the times in January you were just really, I don't want it sounds babysitting, really like the guys trying to get them to just stay committed. And I think now at least who your incoming high school guys are, and that allows you to continue to build your roster, moving forward. So whether you like the one that was that signing day that was 2 weeks from now usually, or this one, it's nice to know where we're at, even though it is a little bit crazy right now. Not everyone is playing this week, and so it's a good week to get that locked in. It helps you make the plans moving forward. And so I know there's better ideas out there, but I think there's just going to be steps that you always got to continue to take to get to the spot that is ideal for everything when it comes to the whole calendar.
Going far left, here to field.
Coach talked to Zay Hall and his family. He talked about just how it was always his dream to play here at Alabama. Excuse me. And when you look at just the program, how key is it to bring in local products like that, Tuscaloosa residents? And also, how do you evaluate Zay as a player right now?
Yeah, Zay's a physical guy. He's an energy guy. He's positive. I love just the communication. I remember where I was at when he committed. Backyard there after the weekend was over. He wanted to talk with his family after they left, and from their official visit, and just you can tell he's one of our guys. That's the way he is, and so I know he's going to be a culture guy. He's going to be a program guy, and it is important to keep the guys that are close here, especially when they're really good. And so, looking forward to coaching him. He's got a lot of goals here, for himself and for our program here. I love every single week. You always get you always feel like you're the one that should be congratulations, or hey, good luck. And he's doing it the other way to myself, and I know other staff members too. And he just loves this place already. He hasn't really taken a snap or done anything like that, but he's here now.
You have follow how long you're left?
First 2 years here, you had a starter or a transfer starter at tight end, kind of building up, with Marshall and Caleb last class, Mac in this class. What do you see from your guys' approach in building up the tight end room, especially with a guy like that?
Yeah. I love the direction it's going. With the tight ends, I love the athleticism, love the size that Mac brings. He's a basketball player too, so I just the multi-sport guys, he got spatial awareness, and you can just see that he's got a feel of everything. And getting him in our strength program, I mean, the sky's the limit for Mac. He's got talking a lot about who they are as people too. He's got an energy about him. You can tell he's just fired up to be here, get to work. Within the behind the scenes, these guys and just how they're interconnecting already. I saw that with last year's class. That's what's happening with this group, and there's a lot of guys that are a part of this, but Mac is definitely one of them that's behind the scenes, really enjoying the relationships that he's building with this group already. So Mac's dad played in the NFL, and so he's got good genes there. But yeah, he's got the length. He can run. He's used to playing out in space. He's going to be a willing blocker. There's not a doubt in my mind. He'll have an awesome. I'm really looking forward to an awesome career for him.
Yeah, what do you like about your two corners that you signed, Jordan Edmonds and Zion Gibson?
Yeah, Coach Mo, continues to just knock it out of the park with the recruitment of our corners. You don't need a lot of them if you got the right ones. And to me, we got the right ones. Zion and Jordan. I know they're really not that much different. I mean, the standout piece with Jordan is that he's extremely tall. But Zion's got great size too, and both of them, very athletic. Again, multi-sport guys. Things that Jordan is a guy that can play both sides of the ball. Was very versatile that way, and so just extremely athletic guys. That are instinctual playmakers. Just guys that attack on the football field. And so really excited about what Zion and Jordan are going to do. Those guys committed both in the summer. I think really saw them as the two corners in the class, moving forward, and stayed committed to that. And that makes life a lot easier for us because we can focus on other areas. So I appreciate these two, and really looking forward to them continuing on what we've been doing here the last couple of years at the corner position.
All right,
Thank you. Roll Tide.